In a country seemingly run by corporations, the workforce is getting more and more competitive. It seems like a company can go from being profitable in one quarter and in the red in the next. What happens when a company gets to this point? What are their options? Do they do a reduction in force? How can it be avoided? In this video, I hope to answer that very question. What exactly is a layoff? Is it the same as being fired? How are they different? Let's take a look. Typically, if you are fired from a company, you are let go for performance reasons. A layoff is a little bit different. If someone's being let go, it's for reasons other than performance. Maybe the company's restructuring. Maybe the company's having financial problems and eliminating that very job. Those are reasons for a layoff. Typically, an organization has signs of warning that they're going to need to do some downsizing. During this signs of warning stage is the most critical time to where steps can be taken to minimize the effects of the downsizing. One of the major strategies during this time is to put out a hiring freeze. This allows the company to see where they're at as far as payroll and decide what places need to be cut. Typically, a company during this time will bring out temp employees from companies such as Kelly, Olson, Bright Services, or even Manpower. These temp employees aren't considered employees, so therefore have no future in the company, and they're basically disposable. Another fantastic strategy that a lot of people don't think of as a way to avoid layoffs is outsourcing. A company could outsource a bunch of its work for less money than they would have to use to pay employees. Another strategy to be taken at this stage is to encourage employees to change careers and then help these employees learn new skills needed to make the change. An excellent example of this strategy, called the Alliance for Employee Development and Growth, was developed in the 1980s as a joint venture between AT&T and its union, the CWA. AT&T realized that they would need to lay off many of their employees, so the alliance was created to encourage employees to look at their future, decide whether or not they'd be happier in another career. To help the change, the alliance provided current employees with $2,250 per year to take classes and receive training in any legitimate career area. A fourth strategy is to offer early retirement, something I know a little bit about. During my time in the military, they offered many of the senior enlisted and non-commissioned officers early retirement because of the downsizing of our forces. Another option would be to ask employees to take pay cuts or defer salary. This strategy is based on the idea that most economic recessions last less than a year. So if an organization does this, they will offer repay bonuses typically. A final strategy involves adjusting work schedules. Many organizations try to avoid layoffs by restricting overtime, implementing job sharing, encouraging employees to work at home, implementing payless holidays or a shortened work week, and reducing their employees' pay. When it comes to personal preparedness, there's a few questions you can ask yourself to make sure that you're a viable candidate to keep staying in the company. Have I kept up with the latest technology changes? Have I changed with the times? Have I received excellent performance appraisals? Do I actually make a contribution to the organization? Do I have a lot of downtime in which I do nothing? Do I hate my job? Does my dissatisfaction show? Does it affect my performance? Am I well liked? Do others, especially my manager, include me in both trivial and important decisions? Have I kept a good enough attitude that it would be emotionally difficult for my boss to get rid of me? These are some of the questions you should ask yourself if you think that the company is getting ready to go through a downsizing. Now that we've seen what the textbook has to say about layoffs, let's see what some of the professionals have to say. The following tips are from Sozo Firm, which is a business consulting firm that helps businesses through layoffs. The number one thing that they say is hire properly. While it might be difficult to find good workers, they are out there. Spend the time during the hiring process to hire the most qualified applicant. One or two inadequate employees can quickly bring down your company's performance and sales. The next logical step is to create a contingency plan. If your company does not already have a contingency plan, develop one now. During an emergency situation, it is better to have a well thought out and developed plan over a quickly devised scheme. Negotiate pay. Unless in a set contract, it may be beneficial to consider lowering an employee pay for a certain amount of time. Although employees may initially become angry, chances are they will take lesser pay over no pay. Consider offering repayments or bonuses when business picks back up. Lowering benefits. Oftentimes, offering health insurance and other benefits to an employee can be detrimental to a small or even large business. Consider asking the employee to contribute a larger portion. In dire situations, it may be necessary to lower benefits. Like pay cuts, cutting back is always better than laying off. Offering unpaid vacation time. During the holidays, or even the summer months, employees may just want to spend extra time with their families and children. Your company can save money, and the employee will return well-rested from a short vacation. Offering early retirement. I know we briefly touched on this earlier, but here's a better description of it. Rather than laying off several employees, consider offering a severance and early retirement option to top employees during their retirement age. Offer part-time work. Full-time employees may jump on the idea of going to part-time status for a set amount of time. Continue to offer them benefits and fair pay. When business does pick up, you will have a number of skilled employees ready to return to full-time. Perhaps the most important one of all is communicate with your employees. They may have several ideas to save money, or they may want to know that they need to find other jobs.